What's up, Aries? It's the Soul from Intuitive Tarot here to look at your week ahead starting June 23rd, 2025. Aries, I hope all is well. Welcome new subscribers to my channel, the deck that I am using. First and foremost, I appreciate you. The deck that I am using will be listed in the description box. Not reading any reversals, just going to cleanse the energies here from doing Pisces messages for the week ahead, and we're going to concentrate on Aries. All right, so this deck is pretty large here, so there's double energies here, Aries. So if you receive any of the two, it's double that energy for you, right? So what's Aries has to look forward to this week? What does my Rams have to look forward to? What is the energy surrounding Aries for this upcoming week? Energies for Aries. All right, Aries, I think that's enough. Let's cut the deck and begin your messages. Change the orientation. All right. Oh, so we're going to start off with the major arcana, the Tower. All right. So Tower is always about shock and devastation, right? I always throw in my advice to you not to get yourself engaged in any types of arguments, fights with anyone, because it's not going to turn out to be too pretty. Being that it's the first card, I am going to throw a clarifier on this Tower. I usually don't like to do that because the Tower is uncontrollable. We don't know how it's going to express itself. So it's very hard to try to pinpoint on exactly why it has shown up here for you, Aries, in this spread. But it also, too, could indicate that for me to suggest to some Rams that I'm reading for this week alone, and particularly making sure that you are keeping your temper in check. Okay, making sure that you're not allowing events or other people getting you to the point of exploding on them. Otherwise, it's the card that still will represent shock and devastation that may occur outside of you. This is still our weather, earthquakes, anything that's going on in your community that you hear about. It could be a rise in crime, or it just could be, global news on the world stage, events happening outside of, outside of you, right? Again. But anyway, let's throw a clarifier on this Tower here. Why did the Tower show up here for Aries? What is going on here? Can we get a little bit more specific here? Hopefully we'll get more, draw more major arcanas here for you, Aries, to bring, temper down that energy of the Tower. Excuse me. But why did you show up? What's going on here? Yeah, it's emotions. It's a relationship. It's something going on. It could also be, like I said before, to advise you about your own temper. Something may trigger you. It could be the Five of Cups energy. So the cups represents love and emotions and relationships. Five of Cups also too brings on that sadness, disappointment. So I still will go back to someone here having to bring about that type of energy towards you. And it may be something that leads you into a tantrum. So be very, very careful here. Because I think that this Five of Cups here may trigger my Rams this week. All right, so following the Five of Cups here, now we have the Page of Swords. Page of Swords represents first actions, first decisions, right? It's information when it comes to just, however you access your news. It could be world news, global news, could be, that you get your news through social media. This is usually new conversations with new people, or it could be just new conversations in general with the existing people around you. However, I read the Page of Swords as someone who could be striking up some sort of interest towards you, Aries. This could be a friend, co-worker, could be a neighbor, and they may be checking you out through social media, right? But if we don't get the Seven of Cups or the Moon in this spread, then they're just checking you out, standing in the shadows in the background, and they may not, be ready to come forward just yet. All right, so following the Page of Swords, now we have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so with the Wheel of Fortune is very important here because it mirrors over there to that Tower. I feel that this is also to a big money card. So we'll take down the Tower's energy for you, Aries. This is the stroke of luck. Anything that was unfortunate for you may turn around and be fortunate for you. Being that it's a big money card when it comes to risk taking and gambling and stuff like that, just play responsibly. This is also to my fate and destiny card. So something may occur that you're fated or destined to have occur for you. All right, Wheel of Fortune. Up next here, now we have, look at that, 2 10s in a row. Very auspicious energy. That's very positive, okay? So when the Tower is here, I don't want you guys to get bent out of shape because it is the worst card in the Tower deck. I don't like it, and it's never pleasant to read about it, but I don't want you guys to stroke out on me and stuff like that because you don't want to focus all your energy and attention on this because you have other cards that are positive showing up here. So don't overshadow yourself with just that Tower. It's like, oh, you're going to have an awful week. You're going to have a bad week. No, just, if you adhere to the advice that I give you, not to get into arguments with anyone, fights with anyone, because it's going to turn out to be not so good. But my advice to you early on was to make sure, Aries, that you are paying attention to your temper. Somebody may trigger that. Okay, 10 of Pentacles, get back here. This is one of the big money cards again. So this could be inheritances, bonus money. Okay, it could be contracts, pay raises, contracts, bonus money, inheritances, pay raises, right? I said that already, right? Even number of Pentacles, feeling very, very abundant. Money may come to you, Aries, from known or unknown sources. Balanced energy. So feeling really, really good. Could be, with the Wheel of Fortune preceding this, a financial turnaround, a big financial turnaround for some Rams that I'm reading. Okay. Following the 10 of Pentacles here for you, Aries, now we have the Queen of Pentacles, okay? Another big money card. Wow, look at that. You got 3 big money cards straight in a row. Okay, so first and foremost, she mirrors over here to the Tower. Outside of the clarifier, the 5 of Cups, whenever the Tower shows up here with the Pentacles, I always get that there could be something going on here with, we'll hear about businesses shutting down, closing up, laying off, downsizing. And I'm talking about well-established businesses that are doing this, okay? Outside of that, Aries, it still would be for you a promotion, a bonus money, pay raise. This would represent the boss in the workplace environment, their creditors. It's actual person. It's a court card. So it could be that you are regarded as a good money handler. The other people around you could be good money handlers, or other people who view you could see you as the Queen of Pentacles, as someone who is always dependable, reliable, always willing to help out, never coming across as being stingy or selfish. Yep, businesses. All right, let's continue here. Following that Queen, now we have the major arcana, the Hermit. When it comes to the Tower, in terms of, I don't usually regard the Hermit as a benefactor because of the neutrality of the card. It's just really having to detach your energies momentarily, wanting to spend some quiet time alone, trying to figure some stuff out if necessary. It could be that you just want to be by yourself, maybe. Like I said in another reading, we don't know. I can't really identify if she's looking at a computer or she's looking at a book. She doesn't have a lantern, so still I would read the Hermit as, having to achieve, like the light at the end of the tunnel. Okay. And still, whatever moment that you take for yourself this week, Aries, coming out with a clearer perspective. So it could be any Aries that I'm reading for, wanting to spend time by themselves. Maybe, spend time working on a computer, maybe reading a book, catching up reading a book. Okay. If you have to go within and just detach your energies momentarily from those of others to figure something out, you will come out with a clear perspective. Up next, now we have the major arcana, the Chariot. Okay, so the Chariot definitely, along with the Wheel of Fortune, will bring down the sting of that tower here for you. For some rams that I'm reading for, you may be traveling this week. If you are, you're going to be safe to and from. The Chariot always expresses that there is some sort of rapid energy coming towards you that is going to be always positive. With the money cards here, some ram that I'm reading for could be purchasing, wanting to purchase a car. We got the Page of Swords, first actions, first decision. Decide to purchase a new vehicle. Then you get also to the equivalency of the star card. So you got a lot of, energy, powerful energy here. So the star card here represents dream journaling, stargazing, some sort of surprises or excitement, social media, social networking. Also, to some rams here, before I forget, may have to deal with some sort of car repairs, major or minor. Just don't be the ram that gets behind the wheel of any vehicle. Disregard the speeding limit because you will end up with a moving violation. And I paused and hesitated, and I think it was Pisces video where the Chariot may have shown up here, and I was trying to figure out what else did I need to say, and that was it. That don't be the one who gets behind the source of any vehicles. Disregard the speeding limit because you will end up with a moving violation. All right, so major arcana, the Chariot is here. Following that, we have the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups is all about love, nurturing, caring, forgiveness. She's also too very intuitive. So Aries, pay attention to your intuition. She's here to help guide you. She could be showing up here in this spread for those rams that work in the field or industry of helping others, and it's not just limited to the health field or the nursing industry. Always in the capacity of uplifting or improving the life of other people. She is in a group of cards that I always say that if you receive it in your spread, then you could be already getting that not only commitment, but it could be devotion, dedication, and definitely love from those that are closest to you, family members, friends, or romantic partners. The Queen of Cups, female energy, so it represents all females. So it could be the female ram that sees this video here. It could be your mother, your grandmother, your sister, your auntie, your bestie. Okay. Very loving, very nurturing. All right. So, and she has the ability, before I forget, she has the ability to form and bring together new relationships, such as platonic friendships and romantic partnerships. Up next now is the Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands here with the Page of Swords indicated in terms of actions and decisions. Whatever actions or decisions that you're about to go through this week, Aries, stand your ground, because the six wands here are always those battles or the struggles you either are having to deal with on your own, or it's coming from actual people and trying to persuade you to doing something totally different than what you are set out to do. So make sure that you don't submit to them, don't submit to yourself. Go forward with whatever it is that you're about to do, and if you do, you won't end up with having to deal with any regrets, because this is my card of regrets. All right, so up next here for you, Aries, we have the Four of Swords. Four of Swords is already trumped by the Chariot here, because normally I read the Four of Swords as planning future trips, but because the Chariot is already here, you guys are, could be traveling this week here. We're, entering into summer months. I think June 21st, if I'm mistaken, someone correct me, is the equinox. So that's usually the start of summer. But this card also is always indicative of rest, relaxation, replenishment, rejuvenation, taking a break, Aries, taking time out for yourself. Now, underneath the money card here could be just taking a day off from work just to do something fun and exciting for yourself. That doesn't include your work or the attachments that you have with other people. Okay, reclaiming your independence, reclaiming your happiness, resting your mind. That is the Four of Swords. All right, so that's what I have for you, Aries. So this week here, I'm going to just pull out this Lenomo deck once more, the 20 card Lenomo deck. Last week I used the black light and was afraid that you guys, even though I, spoke of the cards that were selected for you, I just want to make sure that you guys see the cards clearly this time around. All right, so let's, and this is just additional messages. So what I've been doing is just, dealing 4 cards and choosing 4 cards really. And then, if necessary, after choosing those 4 cards, if I can come up with a scenario or a story for you, I will try my best to give it to you, right? So additional messages here for Aries. And you don't ever read these cards, at least I don't, in reverse position. But it's only 20. All right, so here we go. First card in energy for you, Aries. We have the card of, okay, so this card here will represent a card of burdens. Yeah, feeling burdened about something, feeling overburdened, remorseful, regrets. Okay, this is the cross, number 20. That's what represents this energy. But it also could represent someone's spirituality, someone's religion. The cross also represents, which I neglected to mention, and I think it was Pisces video again, the cross would also represent some sort of endings, okay? Something coming to an end. Now we have the sun. Okay, the sun is the most powerful. It's equivalent to that of the sun in the tarot. Same energy applies here. Happiness, victory and success, feeling childlike. Yes, answer. Okay, if you were going to ask a question about something specific, it would be a resounding yes. This is still my health card when I use this deck outside of, using the tarot. So the health is looking good. Well, I'll put a story together because of this sun coming after the cross, but we'll see what else comes up here. But feeling, energetic here, Aries, invigorated. I would also use, because this is part of your messages here, that sun will take down that energy of the tower as well, because it's considered a major arcana. So the sun and the tower, but whenever the sun and the tower is in a spread, it doesn't matter where they are, laid out in the spread, there's blockages, power outages, and I also will get mechanical stuff happening, like glitches. Could be involving computer glitches, mechanical thing, breaking down, stopping. Okay, so be on the lookout for that. And that could be involving almost anything, not just our weather. But I think the weather may play an important role here when I talk about blackouts, power loss, outages. Next card up here for you, and also, feeling childlike, feeling happy, successful. For I need to finish that, right? So that would be the major arcana of the sun. Now, the snake here, 7. This female here will represent the other woman. Now, the other woman could be another woman in a love triangle. She could also be a woman that Aries knows that's a female. And I always read that this person that you may know, Aries, has or is dealing with a medical issue. Now, depending on what this last card is, I already put a story together here. The snake here, the way it's curved around here, I always get someone could be dealing with someone that you may know. It's not you, Aries. It's the person, it's the female that you know that is closest to you. High blood pressure. They're dealing with high blood pressure. They're dealing with, varicose veins. They're dealing with something internally. Oftentimes I get that they may be dealing with hypo or hyperthyroidism. They could be also dealing with diverticulosis, diverticulitis, colitis, some sort of intestinal problem. Okay? This is a female that Aries knows that's dealing with a medical issue. That medical issue, uh, for her specifically, has become a burden for her. Okay, because we have the cross here. And the sun will still represent either hospitalization or she's been hospitalized. It could be rehab. It could be someone that you know in long-term care that's doing long-term care in a nursing home. All right, so that's what I get there. So the last card here for you, Aries, is, yep, look at that, the mice. Mice is about worries, stress, something eating at you, nervousness, tension, anxiety. Okay, so the story I put together is Aries knows a female that may be in a nursing home or has been hospitalized or is hospitalized. The situation from her medical issue has caused a burden for herself, maybe for her family. And the mice here is what everyone involved may be dealing with: the nervousness, the eating away. It represents, again, losses. Okay, I'm not projecting or predicting someone dying. I don't do that. I'm just, reading what I'm seeing here, and I would read these if I was, doing a reading for somebody the same way. That there is a female here that is overburdened by her medical complications, is stressing her out. The mice represents stress, worries, doubts, fears, eating away, losses, and the cross is the burden, the burden to carry all of this energy. All right, so enough about that. I didn't want to go that extreme with the reading there. Aries. So just, again, me interpreting these messages here. Take what's going to work for you. Leave the rest alone. You guys, you have a safe, great week ahead. Throwing in that extra caution of safety because the tower is present. But keep in mind, you have the wheel of fortune on your side as well as the sun, as well as the chariot. Okay, so do not focus solely or completely on that tower. I feel that there is someone who may trigger Aries this week that enrages you or put you in some sort of temper tantrum type of mood. All right, so just be careful of that. All right, so yeah, always come back here to get more of these messages. Did I say don't forget to like, share, and subscribe? If I did, I'm sorry. I'm saying it again. So yeah, you guys, I'll just talk to you later. Have a great week ahead. Ciao.